about 8 different mutalisks, so I'm going to have to take note. That is a big deal. That is something that I did not think would work, and you got to hand it to Tarson, really knowing, like, hey, man, I can get away with only using 1 missile turret there. And great sniping going out by these ghosts. Yeah, it's interesting to see ghosts being used to counter mutalisks, but it works from what I've seen. I've never really seen it do poorly. We do have +1 attack. I guess the engineering bay has not been used for armor yet, but +1 attack on the Marines and overall infantry of the Terran player. We have an expansion finished at the middle left in the gold, the super saturated high yield. That's what it was called. I was like, what is it called? What is it called? It's called high yield. Creep timber going down though. We're here at this third base, and overall, I don't really know who I give the advantage to. I think the game's pretty even right now. Great sniping. Wow! Just losing 3 mutalisks right there, you know, in trade for a supply depot. I will take that any day. These ghosts just obliterating the mutalisks. Fantastic play. And my phone going off again. So we do have some more destructible rocks going down over here. It looks as though an attempt is about to be made at taking the high yield. Muta's going to try and stop this, but what can you do? I mean, the ghosts are doing work, and now it's looking real good for the turn player. Mutalisks just, oh my god, he loses so many mutalisks every time those ghosts even get near. And they are also attacking the Overlord, who is spawning creep. The CC will be going down here shortly. Zerg need to take a 4th, in my opinion, or need to get some sort of tech advantage. I mean, being on 4 hatcheries on 3 bases with lots of, you know, queens, to what extent is it really going to be able to help you produce enough units? I don't feel so. I feel that you're floating 1,000 minerals, throw down 2 more expansions, and go, go, go. I think that when Terran takes a 3rd, Zerg really do need to focus on taking a 4th, if not a 5th. So, correct me if I'm wrong, StarCraft 2 community, we do have armor level 1 about to be finished for the Zerg, and armor level 1 about to be finished for Terran. So we're about to see 0-1 units for the Zerg, 1-1 units for the Terran. Upgrades so vital to the game, and we see a lot of medevacs around this Marine, Marauder, Ghost, Reaper force. And is this Zergling, Baneling force going to be enough to take it out? I don't know. Mutila's picking off an SCV right there. EMP? Did anybody else see that? Snoopy, did you see that EMP? I don't know if that might do something against Mutalisk or not. I'm sorry, I don't know. Some supply depots going down over here at the high yield. Partially acting as a wall, partially acting as, hey, I need supply. I'm supply stalled because, you know, it happens at times. So, I think this reactored starport just, oh, wow. 5 more barracks is going down. So, 1, that's an armory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 barracks is down for the Terran player. And this is on 3 bases, given 1 is a high yield, but 3 base, you're looking at 13 Raxes. That actually sounds about right. You can produce out of 4 or 5 Raxes on 1 base with mules. And, yeah, that's fantastic. That's really unbelievable, the macro that is about to unfold here. And supply depots going down all around Tarson's base as well. He's sitting at 162 food supply, whereas we have 143 for the Zerg player, who is floating 2,300 minerals and 700 gas, and has 7 larvae sitting there at a hatchery. I mean, I'm sorry, but when I see a lot of these larvae out and you're floating 2,300, 2,400, or even 1,700 now, it's rough. You know, I expect players this caliber really not to float, and we do see Zergling, Baneling coming in here. They're going to do some serious work, and an actual flank. We have some coming from behind as well. And, wow, I believe all the Marines have been taken out. More coming in as reinforcements, though. Snipers going out, and you know what? Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and Ghost. The ball survives, ladies and gentlemen. So with the Zerg in a bit of a trouble here, needs to really, you know, produce something out of somewhere, and it needs to do it fast. You're going to need a lot of Banelings, a lot of Zerglings to take that out. Maybe a couple Infestors with fungal growth. And here we go, Zergling Banelings coming in again. Mutalisks also coming in. They're going to try and target most likely the Ghosts here. And it does look as though most of the Ghosts have been taken out, but the Marines are still alive. Being healed, these Mutas are just not going to be enough. Zerglings were a little late coming in, and there's just so many medevacs. There's not a whole lot the Zerg player can do. He's trying to take out, I would assume, the Marines so the Mutas can just sit there and wail, and he does do that. Mutas are going to sit there doing work on the medevacs now, taking the medevacs out. Broodlings after the destroyed hatchery doing a little bit of damage to the Marauders, but it's not going to be enough. 2 medevacs getting away. And E.G. Tarson just sitting there macroing out of 13 barracks and a reactored starport. Zerg did take what would have been a 4th, but it's technically now only a 3rd. Still mining out of the high yield a little bit. Definitely hurting on money now. Not floating the 2,300 that we saw earlier, but instead, you know, struggling for some money. But he does have a lot of Mutalisks, a lot of Baneling, a lot of Zergling, and I don't know if the Terran Ball is going to be able to handle this. We do see 6 medevacs coming in here. Good scan by the Terran, trying to see what's going on ahead. Excuse me. Banelings being made. Lots of Banelings being made. I'm looking for the Baneling thing. Yeah, Baneling speed was done. It seems like Baneling speed was not done. Maybe they've lowered the speed of Banelings, or maybe just when I'm playing, all I can see are Banelings coming at me, and I'm like, grrr, darn you, Zerg. We'd have a lot of Banelings, a lot of Zerglings, and actually the Terran army kind of split here. The Mutalisks coming in, doing some work. Banelings, nice micro there, completely targeting all the Marines, and you know what? Wow, unbelievable control by HaYpro there. Focusing all the Marines down with the Banelings, and now using the Mutalisks to take out the medevacs. Terran forced to retreat. Zerg gonna not only be able to definitely secure the upper left expansion, but the middle left expansion as well. He's taken his Cliff Natural, I guess you can call it as well. So he's working on 5 bases right now. One of them is high yield. And Terran's only working on 3. So Terran need to take a 4th or need to sit there, mass up some upgrades. He is sitting only at 1-1. I mean, that's kind of unacceptable, Tarson. You got to hit that 2-2. I would much rather, instead of having an extra 7 or 8, you know, Marine Marauder kind of composition, I'd rather have 2-2 army. I think you would as well. Definitely getting that armory so he can upgrade 2-2 and 3-3. Completely forgetting about it. And I think that when you forget about upgrades, these 2 armored Zergling Baneling combination, it's not good, man. It's a lot of damage. And look at the Mutalisks taking out the Ghosts over here. Can't even do that though. The Ghosts took out 1 or 2 Mutalisks, just 2 of them themselves. And actually Mutalisks coming back in and picking off that Ghost. Medevac's trying to get there in time, but not going to happen. I mean, it's just so tough, because in this situation, you have to keep your Marauders in front so the Banelings don't kill your Marines. And if your Marines die, the whole push gets countered. But I would really like to see at least an attack upgrade coming out, and still no attack upgrade. Still just not a whole lot going down. We do have Cloak. We do have Cloak research for Ghosts. It's kind of been a while for that. We do have Evolution Chamber, Ground Carapace level 3, and research. And with 5 bases, my question is, with Hive, are we going to see the Ultra Den coming down? Are we going to see Ultralists in general? We do see Zergling Baneling. They're not in a good choke right here. Not the best place you want to be. I'm going to have to give the advantage here definitely to the Terran. Zergling's going to be in, Baneling's trying to come in. Stim is off. They're trying to come in and do work on the Marines, but I don't think it's going to work. Great positioning of Marauders. And you know what? I take it back. Even with all those fantastic Marauder placements, a good amount of Marines still surviving. And, you know, just not enough of a flank. You can't let the Terran force the Zerg into a simple choke. Some sniping coming out from the Ghosts onto the Mutalisks. And there they are. Ultralisk, 500 HP, 3 armor. Researching the plating right now. Terran sees an undefended top left base. He's going to go take it out. Can't blame him on that one. His Marine Medevac Marauder composition very strong right now. But with these Ultralisks coming out, the question is, how is this going to play out? How is this going to work? You know, Marauders definitely going to need to be focusing down this Ultralisk. Why no one wants? Also, I suck less now at SC2. My friend is messaging me. I'm sorry.